Hello, and welcome to the first scene for the Kansas Old World of Darkness venue, Changeling venue. Tonight, we have a group of changelings who will be meeting at a changeling-friendly bar. I'm just gonna say, for simplicity's sake, this is just some random bar in the city we're supposed to be in that is owned by a changeling. I'm sure there's one. And we can set the scene there.
Okay.
So you said your character would already be there singing, correct?
Yeah. People already know about her because she was found in the dreaming, and she has a voice of a songbird, so she will be singing on stage somewhere.
Okay. So Galador enters. He's a very, I wouldn't say a very tall. He's a tallish. She weareth with long, dark hair, golden eyes, and his changeling mien. His gray world seeming he's got short hair. He's wearing a hauberk with House Dougal's blazon on like a tunic wrapped over it. Like, I don't know if that's quite the right way to describe it, but that, you know how like when you have like plate armor, you have like a thing that goes over to show like your. He has one of those on with House Dougal's blazon on it. Probably doesn't have a longsword because have his weapon, because I imagine this place would take weapons. Most places.
Yeah, probably.
Otherwise, players get mad. He kind of looks around the room. One thing that anybody looking at this character would notice is his left ear looks like it was partially burned off, but it has like a steampunk-looking prosthetic that's merged onto it.
Oh.
Okay, back. Also, I don't know what I'm supposed to do because this character.
You could.
No, this character has the light finger flaw. You know, it's the Kith's flaw.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
It's okay. Whenever you encounter something really shiny, just like roll for it.
Yeah, but like I don't know because there's no ST to be like, oh yeah, and this is over here. Roll your thing. It's just kind of like I don't know how this looks. I don't know where anything shiny is.
I honestly, I would just go with whatever is described as something your character might take a passing interest in.
Everything. She's got a kid to take care of, dude. It's like anything to pay the bills, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think
we are
the
live,
first.
By the way.
I think the first thing you would notice if you walked in there is since Lucy is singing on stage, she has performance 3 and has the voice of a songbird. So a lot of people are probably talking about her because she's like a rising star and she was found in the dreaming. So if you were around, you probably heard about her. If not, you might hear about it in the bar. You notice she's wearing like a bunny costume. She doesn't really look like she's a changeling per se, except that her costume has bunny ears and a bunny tail on the dress. Occasionally when she's dancing, she'll probably do like gestures of circles and stuff, like kind of like a healing symbol. Like it's just something that she's picked up since that's something that she always does whenever she heals people.
And then there's also the knight that's in a corner of the bar sipping a drink. He's sipping whiskey.
Okay. I suppose Lucy's song is getting close to ending. You'll see that she does like a short curtsy and she steps off stage. She probably like shrinks off into the crowd and like kind of watches like everybody as they pass by. Some people try to come up and talk to her because uh, people are just seem to be drawn to her.
I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and go. I'm sitting at one of the center tables, just reading a book. Not quite sure what I look like in character, but I would assume white guy, mid-20s, kind of cute, looks approachable.
Okay.
CC is probably off in a corner somewhere, probably literally twiddling her thumbs.
How old is Cece?
19.
19? Okay.
And she does have a pair of dragonfly wings, like rainbow. You know, the gossamer of her wings is, in different lighting. Like as you move, it's obviously kind of like a rainbow color. Like when you see a bubble, and you tilt your head and it gets all. Yeah.
Maybe Lucy will go over there and go to talk to Cece because she just maybe is intrigued by the color of your wings or something. She is a little lonely because she, even though people come up to talk to her and everything, she is very shy. And she doesn't usually come and talk to people, but she wants to be a part of the group of like people. You know what I mean? She had friends before and she wants friends again.
Yeah. When she walks over, Cece will kind of look up and blink. Is this okay? So this is a club. I'm assuming alcohol is being served here.
Probably. It's maybe a little strange that a 9-year-old is in a club with alcohol, but
Yeah, that's yeah. So God, with this character, she might just try to adopt yours. Oh, why do PCs have to be so child friendly? Oh my God. She'll look over and her eyes will get kind of wide, and she'll say, what exactly are you doing here, dear?
Well, I have no family. They said it was odd for me to be where I was. I don't know. Then she starts twirling her hair. That's her twitch, by the way. When she's nervous, she curls her hair in her finger.
Okay. She just said the word she has no family. So I'm sorry. But this character is a pisky, and that's kind of what they do. They love kids. So, she'll just kind of like, get that really over exaggerated, but genuinely sad look on her face, like, oh my God. And then just kind of like do kind of like that loving older mom thing, though she's not even 20 yet, and just kind of like, open her arms and motion for her to, come here for a hug. She's like, "Oh my dear, I'm so sorry. Do you want to stay with me? I have this. I don't like seeing kids without a family. You could meet Calvin. He's another young child that I found earlier who didn't have a family. Um, I've been raising him until he can get on his feet."
Lucy probably looks a little wide-eyed, and she looks even more nervous. She starts like shaking a little bit. She's like, uh, 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 mm,
I know that's really weird, but it's and her wings will kind of flutter a little bit. It's clear that she's not feeling the greatest about this either. And she'll just say, "I'm sorry. I really don't like seeing kids in trouble. You're so young, and you're in here singing in a club like this. I'm sorry." And she'll pull out her phone and show you a picture of a kid. I forgot where it said that she found Calvin. Okay, just traveling across the country. So it's this nondescript, kind of average-looking 15-year-old kid who is taking a selfie with Cecilia. Probably at the Grand Canyon because she travels a lot, and Calvin comes with.
Okay.
Word.
She probably leans in a little bit, and then she's like, well, I have plenty places to go, many places to see, but I love adventure. It's what brought me here.
The same thing with me and Calvin. And what is it? It's like perk kinning to tell if a person's a changeling, right? If they already don't obviously look like it, isn't it? Because I think we can all see each other's fey means and shit.
Yes, you're not
well,
means, but if her family isn't obvious, then it'd be.
Yeah, hers doesn't look as obvious. It's because it looks like it's part of her dress.
Yeah.
So it would be kenning because that's your fairy sight. You'd be able to pick up the glamour inside of her.
Yeah, perk kinning. Shit, what are we supposed to roll on? Damn it.
Roll on something and screen share. Because we don't have a Discord or anything set up.
That's what catch your hair.
I mean, if you look very carefully, her tail looks a little lifelike.
Okay, let me do this. What is it, diff 6, I hope? Because if it's diff 6, I got 1 success.
Yeah, you probably can tell.
Okay. How do I okay. So she'll say,
I don't know if you know what kith she is, but...
Yeah, probably not. Well, then again, there's only one kith that I know of that takes on animal-like qualities, so...
True.
Oh, and by the way, just to give you guys a hint of this character's Famine is she looks exactly like someone you would find in Kansas. She looks like she blends in with the natives here. She really does. And when Lucy saw the picture of her at the Grand Canyon, she looked not radically different, but she did look different than what she does look like now, because you can still see that they're the same person, but her face has obviously changed subtly. So she blends in everywhere she goes because Hisky. And she'll say, that's the thing with and she'll kind of gesture to herself, you know, and she'll flutter her wings. People like me, we travel a lot. We usually deliver messages and stuff. I'm just kind of here for a little bit, chilling. It seems like a nice place. So, if you're looking for adventure and a place to stay and, maybe a couple people to talk to every now and then.
You probably see a few more people try to approach and talk to Lucy, and she tries to shut them off. You might hear somebody whisper, say, "Wasn't she the girl that was found in the dreaming?"
Okay.
She looks at you and probably says, "I dislike adventure, but I like adventure. It's scary, but it's real. My life has been like a dream, but with dreams, there were nightmares. I just wish to find a place where life can go and it doesn't become stagnant."
At this point, she stands up. He's very obviously heading for them, but he doesn't look like particularly like he doesn't have an emotion on his face. He just stands up, takes his whiskey, and heads over to the two of them. He is in his mortal seeming about 30 years old, by the way.
Okay.
I also get up and move to the table and introduce myself to the singer. I kind of give a little bow before saying, "You were great up there. I really liked your singing. Good job."
Lucy blushes a little bit, and then she says, "I'm not a good singer."
Of course you're not. Well, I guess everyone needs a little bit more practice. But hey, I liked it.
She said, "Well, thank you, and I'll take that into consideration."
I try and find a spot at the table, but stay away from her.
It's a booth, so there's a lot of room.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but does anyone have anything shiny on their person?
I mean, she's wearing a hauberk.
Okay, well, I'm not about to steal it. Fucking halberd, dude. She's ballsy, but not that ballsy.
I mean, like, her locket is kind of like, it looks like it's part of the dress, so I don't think you could steal it.
I meant more like tiny little trinkets, but it's
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
as long as nobody has any, we're all good. 'Cause I gotta play this flaw, unfortunately. Is she moving closer? Or is he just kind of off to the side, or is he gonna join and sit down too?
He is sat down, like he's pulled up a chair at the table and he's sat down. He's kind of just watching the group. He hasn't said anything yet. He's just watching.
Okay.
She'll look over to him and just kind of say, well, are you gonna introduce yourself? I'm Cece, by the way.
He nods to her and looks at the other two.
I give a curt little smile and another nod towards the she and say, hello, I'm Corey. Nice to meet you.
Lucy says, "It's nice to meet you, Corey." Then she like begins to curl her hair again because she's getting nervous that there's a lot of people.
So she nods and looks back to Cece and says, "Right, you can call me Dr. Arthur."
That's okay. I'm probably not gonna call you doctor. I'll call you Arthur. Maybe Arthie.
He raises one eyebrow.
She will mimic him and raise the opposite eyebrow.
Lucy looks at Cece and says, "Don't call him Arthie." And then she like looks at you like she's nodding, saying like, "Do call him Arthie," but she doesn't want to say it.
Hashtag poop. So she'll kind of she'll prop her elbows up on the table and kind of hold her head in her hands, look between the three of you. Her wings will kind of flutter behind her again. Of course, there's the little zzz and whatnot because they are dragonfly. She'll go. So we have Arthi, a little mess over there, and then she'll look to Okay, it was Corbin, right?
Corey.
Corey. Okay. Sorry.
It's fine.
Since I do have the bizarre quality, you might see some like mortals coming over if there is any, or they keep trying to talk to me. Like a lot of people try to talk to Lucy, like because she was on stage. She obviously is uncomfortable by it.
Okay. If she looks uncomfortable, I'm just saying right now, Cece, because it's a booth, so Cece is going to stand up, kind of motion Lucy to go sit down, and she's going to sit on the outside. And if anyone tries to talk to Lucy, she's going to kind of... It's going to be kind of like that bitchy person look.
Okay.
Like, I dare you to come over here. If you do, I'm going to punch you in the throat.
Yeah,
If
there are any
will
mortals
just-
that also come up to me as
Sorry.
well.
The she will just glare at them. That's a charisma intimidation roll. The she does not look happy with these people.
Yeah, neither does Cece. Like, I don't... Does this chick even have intimidation? Like, I'm not gonna roll anything. Like, I did not put intimidation on this chick. What the fuck is wrong with me? So they're obviously not too scared of her because I'm not gonna just roll charisma or manipulation or whatever. But she's trying. It's not working. She's trying. She'll just kind of clap her hands together and say, So, oh my god, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting your character's name.
Which one?
Corey, it's Corey. Okay. I'm gonna write this in the side chat so I don't forget. Sorry. I'm just gonna look to Corey and Arthur and just be like, so, she'll point to Corey. I'm still coming up with a nickname for you. It might just be Corbin. We'll see. She'll point to Arthur and say, okay, Arthie, why don't you, say what you're doing here? Will I act like I'm paying attention and think of a nickname for Corey over there?
Lucy looks over and she like kind of giggles and she says, "Don't call him Coco."
And please don't call me Goat.
Oh no, it's Coco now, buddy. Okay, so Coco, Arthie, she'll gesture to herself, Cece, Little miss. Okay. Great. So yeah, what are you two doing here?
Which two?
Arthur and Coco. You two.
Oh. I'm just visiting for now. Looking for a new place to live. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I do. She'll nod and then look to Arthur.
He looks at her and says, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, keeping the peace.
Lucy looks at him and then she's like, so are you or are you not like a cop? She gestures.
No.
Then how do you keep the peace?
He just looks at her.
He is like a cop, like a grouchy little cop. I'm assuming your character looks like a she, with the pointy ears and everything.
With one of them half burned and having like this really like weird looking steampunk fucking prosthetic.
Okay. So she'll kind of lean down over to Lucy. It's still very audible what she says. She'll say, I deliver messages for those guys all the time. They can get really grouchy, especially if you accidentally end up with one of their little toys or whatever in your pocket accidentally.
She giggles and whispers back, I may or may not like toys too.
The satyr just hides his mouth and kind of chuckles to himself quietly.
That being said, those guys do provide a lot of my income, delivering messages and whatnot. Everybody's got to have a good courier. But they are grumpy. Oh my gosh. Grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. And all of this etiquette. You got to do this, and you have to wait, and you have to bow, and oh my lord. And she'll give a playful smile to Arthur. It's obvious she's just teasing, trying to get a rise out of him.
He's just watching. Like his eyes are. He's not like staring. He's looking between all three of you, but it's very measured. Like looks between each of the members of the group. And he hasn't smiled once yet. By the way, like he's got a very serious expression on his face.
She'll kind of motion for Corey and to Lucy to kind of move in, and then she'll whisper.
Go ahead.
You see that look he's giving all three of us? He's sizing us up, seeing if he could take us in a fight.
Lucy looks at you and then she's like, but he could beat me up easily.
Oh, don't worry. I think Corey and I can handle him. Isn't that right, Corey? Coco, not Corey. I'm sorry.
So where did you guys do the dice rolling? Because I kind of want to do a perception empathy roll on Arthur.
I just use Catch Your Hair. It's a nice little roll. If you can share your screens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Can you? Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's not calm. It's calm.
It's fine. Okay. And just double checking, it's D10, right?
Yep.
It's been a little while since I played. Okay.
He's got 3 successes on a manipulation subterfuge to hide what he's thinking and feeling.
Okay.
Now I kind of want to try
Screen share.
perception empathy.
Okay, I'm trying to find this. Okay, there it is.
Oh, holy shit. Let me share my screen. I got
4 and
successes.
5. So she has 9 dice. And she can't watch. So, what's the diff?
Standard 6.
Okay, so, and she can't botch, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
Okay, the 1 would still take away though, so.
Oh, okay, so then 4 successes.
Yep, same here.
Okay, so he's thinking. He's like not really sizing you guys up, more just kind of observing, studying you guys.
Cece will look over to Arthur, and she'll just say, "So, Arthur, I have a game plan. Do you want to hear this plan? It's going to be a great plan."
It's going to be the bestest plan and that anyone's ever heard.
Damn right it is.
Lucy leans in. I may or may not like good plan.
Do you want to hear it, Arthur? She'll kind of like, do that like silly little, both eyebrow raise a lot. Just like up and down kind of, Yeah.
He just raises one eyebrow, inclines his head very slightly as he's watching her.
No. As my father used to always tell me, I can't hear your head shake. Unless you have something loose in there. Then I probably would. I don't think you have anything loose in there. If anything, your screws are too tight.
Lucy starts giggling.
I hide my mouth again and chuckle as well.
But anyway, come on, do you want to hear this plan?
His eyes just narrow ever so slightly. Very well.
Lucy leans forward and says, Arthur, can you not talk? Did someone cut your tongue off?
But he just did talk.
True, he must be lying. But you're not a puka.
Yes, but he is very political, and we all know politicians rarely tell the truth.
Ooh.
The she looks over at the satyr, looks him up and down, and then just turns back to Cece, and just focusing his full attention on her.
She'll kind of reach her hands up above her head and stretch out. It looks like, she's getting worked up to say something really big, like all sorts of stuff. She's cracking her knuckles. And then she'll interlace her fingers and do that whole, stretching her hands out in front of her and whatnot. And then she'll say, my big plan, right? Okay. I haven't completely figured it out yet. But before we leave this club, I'm gonna get Arthur over there to smile.
Lucy looks over at Cece and then she just smiles really big.
It's gonna be great. Because no one should be, have their screws too tight. Or what is it? What is, and she'll look between Corey and Lucy. What is that thing, like, when somebody's, like, always too uptight and everything? It's something about having, like, a stick somewhere. I can't remember.
Lucy giggles really loudly. Then she purposely says, "It's up his butt. It's up his butt."
I roll my eyes and just don't say anything.
Well, I don't think it's up his butt, but, like, you do need to relax a little, Arthur.
He just says very plainly, I am relaxed.
Okay. Maybe relaxed for you, but, let me see. And she'll kind of, I'm assuming he's sitting up straight, whole knightly looking, noble kind of manner. Yeah, she'll mimic him, his exact posture and everything, head held high up, her wings, go as far back as they can, though obviously they extend past her butt. She's sitting, so they're kind of like off to the side so she can sit. And she'll go, well, I do not know about you, but I find this quite uncomfortable. I don't see how you are so relaxed. Try
Wait,
slouching slightly.
okay. In a British accent, like an English accent. Is that what she slipped into?
Yeah, yeah.
She's eyes turn a dark shade of black, like a really deep shade of black.
Ooh.
He just inclines his head ever so slightly.
Lucy looks at him and her eyes grow wide and she says, "Mister, why are you being so..." Then she takes a deep breath and she looks at him and she narrows her eyes. Nice.
He ignores the puka.
He's probably doing that because he's got a Scottish accent, and I did my little whole, instead of doing the, well, laddie, what you need to do, instead of that one. I can't do a good Scottish accent. Not really, so I slipped into my other kind of royal accent, since I don't really have a royal accent, being from where I'm from. But obviously, he took offense to that when I was just trying to make a playful gesture, because he thinks a little faked accent is going to come after his Scottish heritage.
He raises one eyebrow.
So yeah. Either way, you do need to try and, like, maybe slouch a little. I know it might break your back, but just try it. And then, take a deep breath of the nice air in here, though it is kind of stale. A little sweaty. Considering, the guys coming in here for a drink and entertainment and whatnot. But, once you get past all of that, it's a very nice, calm, relaxing atmosphere. Just relax. Maybe put a smile on that brittle face of yours. It'll be all good.
I wouldn't say sweaty. I would say a bit musky.
Like body odor? Lucy says.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe not sweaty, but yeah, musky.
Lucy does her best to come up with a really good joke that will make Arthur laugh. I can't think of a really good one at the moment, so I'm just gonna roll for it if that's okay. So I'm gonna screen share here in a second. Hold on, let me get it up. So it probably would be, if I'm making a joke, would it be social?
If you're trying to get him to do something, it would be a manipulation joke.
Okay, so manipulation.
Joke. I'm sorry. Kim said something that had the word joke in it, and it distracted me.
Yeah.
So manipulation, empathy, or expression?
Manipulation, expression.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I also have a few merits. Let me double check. Rising Star probably wouldn't work because you don't really know about her, huh?
Nope.
Okay. So I'll just do, what diff would it be?
Probably be standard.
Okay, well, she would have 5 dice.
Joke to tell.
Okay. 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a really good joke, but he's not gonna laugh.
As for me, I kind of laugh a little bit loudly.
Yeah, Cece's chuckling. And she'll kind of clap her hands together and say, "That was a great joke, but I think I got one. I think I got a good one too." And she'll kind of clear her throat, look at Arthur, dead in the eyes, and she'll say, "Hold on. This accent is gonna be so horrible. I'm sorry, guys." Okay, I can do this. Okay. What's heavier? A pound of feathers? Or no, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers?
I kind of just sigh and go,
I kind of messed it up, but I tried. It was in the heat of the moment.
Lucy goes, ugh, it's math. Ugh.
Well, that
Like,
was
she didn't get the joke at all.
okay. I'll explain it to you in just a moment because it's kind of really funny. She's looking at Arthur for any sort of reaction.
He's at this point. He's watching her very intently, but he hasn't like actually reacted. Like he's just watching her, like he's waiting for her to to finish talking. Is the sort of look he's giving.
She'll turn back to look at Lucy and say, well, that was the whole thing. It was this guy asking, what was heavier, a kilogram of feathers or a kilogram of steel? But, and he said the kilogram of steel, which was obviously very wrong because a kilogram of feathers and a kilogram of steel both weigh the same, no matter what.
Oh, because they're a kilogram.
Yeah, they're both a kilogram. And he was also, but it's a kilogram of steel. And, everyone was like, no, they're both the same. But then, like, people on Tumblr were all like, oh, well, obviously it's the feathers that are heavier because you have to weigh, the guilt of all the birds that you had to kill for the feathers. But,
Lucy looks at you and then she says, bird murder is not funny.
well, you're laughing at it still, so.
She looks at you and then she starts, like, giggling a little bit.
And Cece will turn back to Arthur. And it's just kind of like, eh? Eh?
He just kind of looks at her. His eyes are filtering back into being gold again, and he just kind of shrugs. Takes a sip of his whiskey.
I forgot to mention that if you look at Lucy, it kind of looks like she's albino because her eyes are pink.
Okay.
Lucy decides that she wants to get up and go to the bathroom. So, excuse me, I need to get out.
And Cece will stand up and just kind of all that.
Okay, when she gets into the stall and everything, she'll probably transform into a bunny. Okay, and then she hops out of the bathroom and jumps onto the table. She jumps onto Cece's lap.
Cece looks really confused at this moment because on one hand it's like I want to pet the bunny, but on the other hand she knows it's a 9-year-old girl, so she's just kind of like, so I'm gonna sit here with my hands on the table.
She's kind of like, she has her head up, like pushed up against you, and she's humming a little bit. That's something that she does if she's comfortable with somebody.
Oh, what a cute bunny! I wonder where that came from.
I think it's Little Miss.
Oh. What a cute bunny!
And it'll be kind of really awkward, but Cece will just kind of like pet the top of her head. Very clearly awkward.
She still seems to enjoy it. She's like, she kind of hums a little bit louder. Kind of like a purr, but like rabbit sound.
Yeah. She'll just kind of look between Corey and Arthur and just kind of say, I've never had to deal with Puka before. I was in a motley once, but they were all other piskies. Well, and that one issue. Not an issue. He was really great at telling stories.
Hopefully he wasn't too much of an issue.
He was really cool.
Lucy jumps under the table and huddles into a corner and turns back, and then jumps up. She's like, surprise!
I look shocked. I look play shocked.
Yeah.
I would never have guessed you were a rabbit.
She giggles. She said, I didn't know for the longest time either.
Well, you make a good little bunny. Okay. Oh.
You know what? Cece is going to take a straw. And she's going to do that thing where you kind of pull the wrapper down a little bit, just slightly, and then put the end of the straw up, and then just shoot the paper. She's gonna shoot it at Arthur. I mean, obviously, it's not going to do a damn thing.
1 second, because I have to actually end a program that was keeping me locked out.
Oh dear God!
So
Watch this be like some kind of dodge and then retaliate thing. We gotta end the scene.
he's just going to very casually like dodge that way, but I'm gonna roll for it just to be fair.
I mean, like it's. Do you know how hard it is to aim with those things? Like you could probably just swat it out of the way. Like
I mean, that's not what a she would do though. He's got 3 successes or 2 successes, I should say. He just kind of and leans right back to where he was. Takes another sip of his whiskey.
she's gonna try to poke him with the straw.
Lucy looks at what you do, and then she's like, I want to do it too. She does the same thing and shoots it at Arthur.
So this is how to get, on the bad side of the local she.
I mean, hey, out of character, he's technically not a local she, so.
Yeah, but he's probably got connections to all the houses and shit.
Hey, you're the influence to influence a 9-year-old girl, so.
This is a Pisky. What do you expect? They're not exactly the greatest role models out there.
She doesn't really know much about kiths. She's just doing whatever she sees.
It's probably not a good thing.
I just quietly say pesky pisky.
It really is. Hmm.
Lucy says, "This is the most fun I've had since I was with my friends before."
Oh, that's good. I'm glad at least some of us can be entertaining.
She giggles and she says, "Arthur may or may not be funny too, in his own way."
Well, I haven't
Yeah.
heard him tell any jokes, so I wouldn't know.
She looks at him and she says, "Well, I think I like may or may not like him the way he is."
Oh, that's good. You may or may not like him the way he is.
It's always good to have a couple she on your side.
She has a big grin and she looks at Arthur. She's like, "I believe you may or may not be a really nice person on the inside. So I like to believe that."
He looks at her and just kind of nods very, very slowly, and there's something kind of weird like about it. You can probably roll like perception empathy on that because that
A perception of
the way
empathy?
he's,
Okay.
like, responding to that.
Yeah, I will. That's one thing that Lucy tries to do. She always tries to make sure things are good. And I forgot to do this before, but she has good listener. Like that's part of her. So that might bring it down a little bit. So 4 and then 5 perception, 9 dice.
Yeah, I got one success.
Okay. 9 dice, roll. What's the diff again?
If you have,
I have 1, 2, 3,
difficulty.
4, 5. Yes,
Okay.
6, 7 then.
Oh. He's something like he got a lot more somber. Like the way he is kind of holding himself kind of got a bit more rigid when she started like talking like that, and it's really hard to explain. But he became like more closed off. Essentially, kind of what she gets from that.
Okay.
Oh boy, I know where this leads.
Lucy looks at him and says, "Well, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings if I did or didn't."
Ow. He looks at her and says, "You are fine."
She smiles slightly.
Cecilia will look over at him and say, "Well, I'd give you a nudge, but you'd probably like hit me, so I don't want to nudge you. But I mean, you can't be all that bad. You know what they say, kids are the best judges of character."
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Wait, how old is Corey? I forgot to ask.
Corey, his human self is about 23, 22, 23.
Okay.
But his face aiming looks quite a bit younger.
Okay. Okay. Then
Not to
Lucy.
not to
Lu-
give too much away, I'm a childling.
Okay. Lucy looks at you, has a big smile, and then she says, "Well, I may or may not think that you're a good person too, Coco."
Well, thank you. You don't know how much that means to me.
Sorry, I've got like something in my throat. My apologies for continuing to clear it. But Cece will kind of she'll pull out. She's got a notepad in her pocket, and she'll pull it out, and she'll kind of she'll write something down, and she'll just like fold it up and hand it to Arthur.
He'll take it, look at it. Like he'll open it up and look at it.
Yeah. I'll send you a PM with what it says.
Okay. And then after he reads it, he'll fold it up again, very slowly and deliberately. Facebook open if Kim's gonna send me a PM.
No.
To come through so I can respond.
Uh,
More than he folds the
Lucy
paper.
just all of a sudden smiles really big, and then looks at Arthur, then looks at Cece, and then she says, "Oh, I think I know what I think of Arthur."
Oh, and what's that?
And she says, "He may or may not be like my good friend in this place called the Dreaming. He was called Gus Monkey. He was a monkey."
So you're comparing him to a monkey.
But he might have been a serious monkey.
How serious can a monkey really be, though?
I don't know.
So after reading the note, he'll just fold it up, nod to Cece, and put it in like a pocket.
She'll give him a thumbs up. And say, what to do. So what are everyone's talents? Obviously, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, we've seen Little Miss's talents, or technically heard them. But what about you two? And she'll look between Coco and Arthur.
Well, dang it. Hold on. I'm pretty good with people. And I give a wink to her. I'm pretty much a jack of all trades, but I like to heal sometimes. Or I want to heal.
Lucy smiles and says, "Oh, you can heal too?"
Not yet, but I'm wanting to get there.
Then she looks at you and then like just kind of twirls a finger on the table, and she says, "Well, I guess you're better than me then." Kind of like, sort of like mocking him.
I give a little half smile and say, yes, I guess you are.
But I said you're better than me.
Oh, I'm not vain enough to say that I am. But thank you for the compliment.
She giggles.
Cece will nod at Coco and Lucy, and then look to Arthur and just say, and you?
I am a smith. I'm a doctor.
I'm sorry, but when you said that, that made me think of, like, I'm the doctor.
Matt Smith.
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Doctor Who? I say that in character to the she, Doctor Who.
Looks back. Kind of raises one eyebrow.
She, Lucy looks at him and she says, maybe he's just the doctor. And she rolls her eyes.
I chuckle a little bit and say, well, that would make sense. Is the doctor in? Or is he just here to relax?
Lucy kind of looks at him and then she says, you know, I may or may not have been wondering, Arthie, but you're so quiet. But you approached us. Why is that?
He looks down at her and just looks at the group and says, he just kind of sighs and just goes, he is taking his time before he actually says it. I think you could use some more company.
She smiles really big and then she says, so you thought that you might have been able to give us really good company? Then she smiles even bigger and she says, well, you're so nice.
He raises one eyebrow at her. There's more. You needed someone to keep the mortals away.
Well, then she looks at you and she says, well, anyways, thank you.
He just kind of watches her and one of his ears twitches. By the way, when I say he has like ears, he has like long ears. They're not like short. Like you sound like Lord of the Rings elf.
Okay.
You know, Arthur, I don't know. Damn. So it's like your ears, man. Like, is it like, hair? Do people just, and like beards, do people just come up and be like, yo, can I touch your ears? Because I mean, like, how are they that long though? And like, you can wiggle them. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I mean, just like, I don't know.
Lucy giggles. She's like, but I may or may not be able to do that too. And then she wiggles her bunny ears a little bit.
So, like, that's so cool.
Lucy pouts a little bit. She says, man, it may or may not be a little bit boring now. We should have fun.
We should go to the mall and go to Hot Topic and buy an ear cuff for Arthur.
Good luck getting it on.
Shopping for Arthie.
We might have to get one custom made. He said he's a smith. Okay. And she'll turn to Arthur. And she'll say, I will commission you to make... Sorry, she's not laughing, I see, Lee. It's just me.
I'm laughing too, just not laughing as Lucy.
Okay. I will pay you. I will commission you to make an ear cuff big enough for your ear.
Add a character, an ear cuff. What are you talking about?
Like, here, let me just. Oh no, my room's dirty, so I'm not turning my cam on. Let me.
Good
Right. Shit. Otherwise, I'd show you my ear cuffs. Fuck. Okay. So basically, what it is it's an earring that goes into the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's got a chain attached to it. It depends on the kind, because there are different kinds of ear cuffs. The one that I have, they have chains and then like a little cuff that you can just put around the cartilage of your ear. But there are other kinds of ear cuffs too. Like some really cute ones are like roses. Like it will be kind of and it's like metal framework that kind of cups around your ear. Or like dragon ones. It just really depends. But considering his ear is so long, an actual like the one with the chains would probably be best.
Just raises one eyebrow. It's not like I have a forge here yet.
Yeah, but I mean, can't you guys like I don't know, I've seen it on YouTube where people just do it in like on a grill and stuff.
That would not be anything worthy of the smithing of my house to do it in such a... He kind of curls his lip ever so slightly. In such a undisciplined and lazy manner.
Okay, I just sent you a picture of an ear cuff. And she'll say, well, I mean, okay, when are you gonna get a forge?
I do not know.
Lucy starts like jumping up and down a little bit in her seat, like bouncing. She says, well, it should be soon, shouldn't it? I mean, then we could have so much fun.
I mean, I don't think you're really supposed to play around the forge. It's it's a forge.
But I met a phoenix once. Or did I? Maybe I might have. Those are nice.
She'll shrug. We could honestly probably just go to the mall and like buy him an ear cuff. It wouldn't fit all that well. We could do it. At least until he gets his forge. We can get ear cuffs for everybody.
Lucy kind of looks at Cece anyways, and she says, By the way, I may or may not know what a mall is.
You know,
I don't think I've been to one.
I mean, that's fine. They're not. Some of them can be kind of like crappy places, but then others are kind of cool. Also, your whole may or may not makes you sound like a politician. Like, and she'll kind of sit up straight again and go, I may or may not have had sexual relations with.
Lucy starts laughing really loud. Lucy looks at you and then she says, well, Cece, it might be better to lie sometimes because lies are nicer than truth. I've learned that.
Oh, you are correct there. The truths are much more easier, or the falsehoods are a lot easier to swallow than truths, but in the end, everyone would rather be told the truth than a lie. Well, okay, I take that back. There are actually a lot of people who'd rather, a blissful lie, that whole blissful ignorance thing. It's kind of like with us, we can't tell them, all this, dark stuff, and, but in actuality, it's there, but everyone wants us to lie to them. But, sometimes they just gotta man up and, like, swallow the medicine, and swallow the truth.
Lucy looks at you and she says, I think I want to lie. I don't think being honest all the time has been good. When I've been honest, bad things have happened. So maybe it's better to lie.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Lying can get you a lot of places. It can get you into a lot of places. Just look at, some of the presidents and stuff and a lot of politicians. But that being said, sometimes you just gotta tell the truth.
Lucy looks at you and says, yes, sometimes I tell the truth. But maybe when I do, they don't always believe me. Because I want to lie all the time. Because maybe it might be nicer to... Because I don't want to say someone looks ugly. I could tell Arthi he looks ugly, but I don't want to say that.
Like, oh no, he doesn't look all that bad. But, beauty is in the eye of the beholder and all of that. But, okay, like, there's a difference. There's between telling the truth to those who want it and then telling the truth to those who haven't asked. Like, if you just see someone on the street and you're just like, oh my god, you are so ugly. Well, that's really rude and hurtful because, it's just some random person on the street. Now, if your partner, for say, is like, hey, yo, do these pants make me look big? Then you have to really, 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 really consider your partnership. And then in the end, you just have to be like, yo, like, I can tell you the truth. And, honestly, if they're your partner, you're probably going to be like, girl, you'd look better without those pants on. And then she just kind of stops and she face palms and she's like, I'm telling this to a 9-year-old girl. Not those kind of jokes, Cece. Not those kind of jokes, Cece. Okay. If they're your partner, you probably wouldn't care exactly how they looked. So you'd probably be like, yeah, you look good. And it wouldn't be a lie. But, if you just... And they probably wouldn't believe you depending on how fickle they are. But we're not going to get into all of that because, let me tell you, people are crazy. They are. Mm-hmm. They are.
Lucy looks at you and she says, Cece, I gotta say, you might be confusing the heck out of me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
She'll just kind of nod and say, I don't know where I was going with all of this. Don't worry. I'm confused myself.
By the way, Sean was asking what bar we're in. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to like define it. As long as it's not something we're not allowed to be in. Like, these
Okay.
already got answered anyways.
I'm thinking random bar number 6.
Right?
Hmm. She'll look to Arthur and just say, okay, here, maybe you can try. I know that you guys are big about, like, truths and everything. Even though you do kind of scheme and, all that manipulation and stuff. But, maybe you could teach her about the, truths and everything.
As long as it's not about the birds and the bees like you were going on about.
I wasn't even going on about the birds and the bees. I was just saying, hey, man, maybe you look better without your pants on. That wasn't the birds and the bees. The birds and the bees would have been like, okay.
Lucy looks at you and she kind of like looks around and she says, "Birds, bees, pants down. I'm confused."
He
That's
looks at the puka, looks at the pisky, and just downs the rest of his whiskey.
I'm pretty sure this nice she will explain everything to you, darling.
Not the birds and the bees, though.
Oh, come on. If he explains it, she won't remember anything.
Hey, he could be a very precise speaker, but she is just a wee little babe. So we're not going to talk about the birds and the bees.
Darn, that's my favorite subject.
Lucy looks at all of you and says, "But now I want to know what birds and the bees are. I don't understand."
Look, I tell you what. When you're 18, I will tell you all about the birds and the bees. When you're 18.
Okay, I'm confused.
Don't be. It's all good. It's all good in the club. Yes.
Lucy turns to Arthi and then says, "Arthi, well, why do you think that you should tell the truth? Because I might think that it's bad. I mean, I really think that telling the truth is bad."
Where's Brown?
He looks down at her. Kind of just considers the puka for a moment. And then says, what I think is nothing that would interest you.
Lucy looks at you and she says, "But maybe you interest me, Arthi. So tell me."
He just looks back at her.
Wait. I can use that one. This brown. Yes.
Cece will kind of look at him and do that kind of, the hand motion for, okay, come on.
He looks over at Cece, orders and then like flags down a waiter to order another whiskey.
Lucy's just bouncing in her seat. She's obviously excited.
Okay. I think maybe like the bee's got his tongue for the moment about the truth.
If you guys are going to tell her about the birds and the bees, I will.
No.
Oh, true! I'll get
No.
to learn.
No. 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 No.
So I lean forward and say, so, the birds and the bees are constantly at war, with the birds eating the bees and the bees stinging the birds. Okay?
Oh. Lucy is leaning forward, like she's really interested.
Cece looks like a massive weight has just come off of her.
Yeah, and adults like to use that euphemism all the time. I don't understand it myself, but you know, why not? I pretend like I do. God damn it.
Lucy asks Coco, well, how long were the birds and the bees at war? What happened? Tell me everything.
Well, they've been at war for a great many years now. Some say ever since they were made. And it started whenever one of the birds, a nice crow, decided he was hungry, and all he could find was his friends, the bees. And the bees, they looked tempting. They looked like food, like flying worms, only a bit fuzzier. And, well, the crow couldn't resist him. It couldn't stop himself, so he ate up as many bees as he could. Well, the bees weren't too happy about that, so they developed a way to fight back and started stinging the crows. Well, by this time, all the other birds had gotten in on it, too.
Okay. Well, the birds were mean. They
Well,
shouldn't eat the bees.
The birds were hungry.
Well, I can understand if they're hungry.
Yeah, just the bees never forgave them after that.
Lucy might do a perception empathy roll, like, because she's very careful at social cues to see what people are thinking. So she might be able to tell if you guys are lying or not.
I'll go for it.
Blah, 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 blah. I hope I fail. Okay. 9 dice.
I stand no chance.
I don't think I got one success.
Do I need to roll? Since I was lying out my ass?
Yeah, probably.
Win, don't let her know.
Oh, what's that roll?
Manipulation subterfuge.
Oh, God. Let me see what I have. 2. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You just have to beat one success, man. Come on.
I botched.
So if he fills that role, we cannot RP that out. No, cannot RP that out. That will get my fucking channel on YouTube taken down.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
So how do I screen share?
It's one of the apps on the side.
I'll just say that.
And it's gone.
Right, it's one of the apps on the side, right underneath the
Oh
chat.
shit, you did botch.
I probably should stop lying.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay though, because as soon as like Lucy was like, "Oh, you're lying," CC was just gonna swoop in there and be like, "Okay, that's the end of this conversation."
That feeling when you realize your character that absolutely hates the use of Sovereign really needs Sovereign.
I just realized that I lost my connection. Sorry.
I
You
botched.
can just say that you can just say that you lost. That I didn't make the roll.
Okay.
That's fine. I didn't really want her to learn that anyways.
I mean, like, if / when Lucy was just gonna be like, "I don't think you're telling the truth," you know, CC would have swooped in and been like, "Okay," and that's the end of this conversation. That's everyone's favorite food.
Okay.
Mine would be yogurt. White yogurt.
Lucy looks around and she's like, I know I don't like strawberries. Strawberries are terrible. But pizza's good.
Pizza is pretty good.
Ka! Ka! Oh well. I have to learn how to flip this.
It's flipped for the rest of us. Like, it's just the person who owns it. It sees it backwards, but everyone else it's straight.
That is so strange. Why?
I don't know. CC's gonna look to Arthur and be like, "Okay, Arthur, your favorite food?"
He looks over at her. And his eyes by now are fully back to being fully golden, and have no preference.
Oh, come on. Surely there must be like one thing that you prefer all over others. Like, okay, when you get a craving, and everybody gets cravings, you know, it's just sort of that thing. Like, it's your body's way of saying, you know, "Yo, man, you need some stuff." Like, what do you want? Ice cream, pizza, the blood of your enemies, pineapple.
Lucy giggles. She says, "It's probably the blood of his enemies."
Yeah, you know, I was thinking that too.
Okay, guys, but we can't make his favorite food for him, because now that you've said it, he'll probably be like, "Oh yeah, that's it." But you can't do that. He's got to come up with his own thing.
Well, I have an I guess I have an idea. It could be a good idea. I don't know.
Is it buying a whole bunch of food and then having him eat it to see which one is his favorite?
Yes! You got it.
She'll look to Arthur. She'll say, "Okay, you have a choice. Come up with something or you're about to eat a whole lot of snacks."
He looks over at her and says, "I don't understand why it is so important."
Well, for
Because
some of
it
us.
is.
Well, for some of us,
Lucy
it's
leans
just
in.
making conversation.
Yeah, Lucy leans in and she says, "It's important because, maybe I want to know who you are. Maybe Maybe, you're important to me. And she like gestures to herself.
Yeah, we want to know
You
more
don't
about
want to
you.
know who I am.
Yeah, we do.
Want to
Or we
know
wouldn't
who
have
I
asked.
am. Looks very very not uncomfortable, but more resigned.
Come on. We want to know more about the little blood elf.
Please.
I would call you a night elf, but you're not purple or blue. So, yeah. Come on, we want to know more about you. You're like, she'll sit up all straight again and, she'll kind of pull her beanie down lower and try to make herself look more mysterious, and she'll say, "You're the mysterious stranger at the end of the table, and we all wish to know more about you."
Lucy pouts a little bit. She says, I really, 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 really think I want to know.
Just looks impassively between the two of them.
Oh, and by the way, Lucy has appearance for like cuteness. Like, so she's really like when she's pouting, she's really pouting.
Mhm.
Come on, what's the harm in telling us more about yourself? And if you want, I'm sure we'll all tell you more about ourselves. That way it'll be kind of like a shared thing. Like you say something about yourself. That's what we can do. We can go like around the table and we all say one fact about about ourselves.
Lucy smiles and nods.
So does that sound acceptable to you?
Ah. Mm.
And if he's not going to answer, she's going to reach over and kind of gently, very like barely touch, kind of poke Arthur.
You're not going to learn anything.
Oh, come on! What's the worst that can happen?
Lucy starts to cry. She's like, Arthur, why do you gotta be so mean?
He looks down at Lucy, and his face stays completely impassive. The worst that could happen, you say? Well, there's quite a lot that could happen. It's very bad.
Lucy looks at him and she looks at him like with serious eyes. She says, well, maybe the worst has already happened to me. So I want to know.
He just narrows his eyes a bit.
I mean, come on. Like, okay. So what it sounds like is you've got like some super sus shady past or whatever, right? And you're trying to be all, oh, John Constantine, if anyone gets close to me, they all die. I mean, okay. Like, that's all cool and all, but you have some friends here, obviously, who want to know more about you, maybe help you through whatever you're going through. stop trying to be all, oh, I'm doing this for the benefit of others and, blah, 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 blah. And just like, come on. Share. Have friends. Learn to trust others.
Lucy looks over and she just kind of smiles slightly and says, I I think I really care about everyone here. For the first time in a long time. And then she like pauses a little bit and says, "For the first time in a long time, maybe I have friends."
She'll look at Arthur and then say, okay. So on this whole, we each give one thing about ourselves. I'll go first, and then Arthur's after me. What to say about myself? What to say?
Lucy looks at you and says, "We could pick a topic to go around maybe each time, and then maybe we change the topic each time we go around."
That's true. We could totally do that. Okay. Well, what would the first topic be?
Favorite food, she giggles.
We've already done that, though.
But Arthie didn't.
That's true. And I don't think I said my favorite food. What is my favorite food? I don't really have one. I just kind of like blend in to where everyone else, eats and their cultures and stuff. I don't know. I kind of really like snow cones. She'll look to Arthur and say, "Okay, your turn."
He looks at her.
She will look right back.
Lucy's looking right at Arthur, like she's expecting something.
I told you I have no preference.
Okay, well, what's the food you eat the most then?
I eat whatever I am able to.
And what's that?
He looks at her. I can get my hands on. Whatever I
Okay.
can earn.
And then Lucy giggles. She says, "So, ramen noodles every day then."
Or burgers. Or, maybe he works in like some of like the freeholds and whatever, and he eats, all the nice food that they've got over there.
Ooh, that would be nice.
And it's not all that great. But it is amazing when you interrupt their dinner, though. And you just come flying in like, "Hey, I've got a message for you. Oh, you're eating. That's cool. Here you go." And they get all, "Wah, wah, wah, wah. It's dinner. There are policies."
Lucy giggles. But policies, aren't those meant to be broken?
Exactly. But anyway, okay. What? Come on, what do you commonly eat, Arthur?
He doesn't really do anything like kind of give away that he's annoyed. He just kind of shifts very slowly. I said whatever I can get my hands on.
Okay.
Lucy giggles some more and she says, "So it was the blood of his enemies."
I mean, like, he said that he was a doctor and a smith. Well, doctors normally have to take a vow to do no harm and to help those whenever they see another in need. So I don't think he can really call himself a doctor if he ignores the do no harm vow.
Well, maybe he's a scientist doctor.
Oh, that is true. Are you an MD? And she'll look to Arthur.
He looks back.
You know, I can't read your eyes.
Lucy just goes, huh, well, then I guess just say what he'll eat whatever. Let's keep going.
Okay. I just wanted to know if he was an MD doctor or not. Like, okay. Well, what's the next topic gonna be?
Well, Coco didn't say.
No, Coco said that their favorite was yogurt.
Oh, that's right. The next topic starting Coco. Oh no, don't say that. Mm, Lucy looks like she's really trying to think.
Favorite sport? Or favorite pastime? Yeah, favorite pastime.
Lucy looks at them, she says, but that's no fair, you know mine. She's like, oh well, then you can just skip me. Go ahead with everybody else.
She'll look to Coco.
How about
Oops.
you, Cece?
Oh, my favorite pastime? It's normally traveling with the circus. I do acrobatics.
Oh, circus.
They're really cool and neat and very welcoming. Most of the time, you can find other Piskies there or Eshu traveling with a circus. So it's a good way to keep in touch with various parts of the world.
Maybe I don't want to live with you. By the way, if you don't know, she has a phobia of clowns.
She'll kind of, blink and then chuckle and say, I feel like most kids, you're probably afraid of like the clowns and stuff. But the circuses that I travel with, clowns are not a big thing.
Yay, no clowns.
Like I remember traveling with one Cirque d'Italiano. It was basically, just kind of like a stunt show. It wasn't like clowns or anything. It was, acrobatics.
That
We
sounds
had
cool.
we had like rings set up and tight ropes and whatnot. And then she'll look to Coco and say, "Okay, what's your favorite pastime?"
I don't know, honestly. Hanging out, having fun with people. Going to concerts sometimes.
Concerts? Is that
Yeah.
why you're here? Were you here to listen to me? She smiles really big.
Yes. Totally here to listen to you.
She giggles.
A really good singer.
She laughs a little bit and says, "No, I'm not. I already said that."
Of course, of course. I find you to be a good singer, but personal taste aside.
Okay, and then last one up is Arthi.
He looks over to Lucy and says, I enjoy crafting, forging more specifically.
She smiles, knowing that that was the first time he's actually answered one of her questions. She's like, ooh, that's cool.
Is that how you made your ear?
In the past life, yes.
Oh, a past life. How many lives have you lived?
Many.
Well, I can't say I've lived too many myself.
Lucy kind of like twirls her finger on the table. She says, I've lived a long time too. But I didn't realize that until later.
I believe that. So you've never been to a mall? Okay.
Okay, so Arthur, you said you just do what you can and eat whatever you can. So I'm assuming that you don't have a steady job. So like, what do you do? Do you just kind of like travel around the place?
For now.
Why won't you settle down? I thought it was, all the she who, settled down and everything, and they found like a freehold to kind of rule and, look down on all the commoners.
He tilts his head to one side a bit. There are many reasons why.
Well, what are they?
Personal reasons.
Well, I'm a person, so you can tell me. And they would still be personal because you're not, you're telling them to a person.
Lucy giggles. She says, well, we are persons, but maybe we're not like people because those are mortals, right?
I mean, but even so, we're still a person. It doesn't change just because we're not exactly like them. I mean, we were at one time, anyway.
Oh, well, someone told me I wasn't a person.
Well, they were just asshole or very rude people.
Oh, well, that was my mom.
I mean, hey, like parents.
Parents can be mean.
Yeah, they really can.
She looks at them and she says, "Yeah, I had to kill her."
That took a turn. So just clear this elephant out of the room. How'd you do it?
Lucy looks like she's really upset. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. How'd you even start in singing?
Oh, I guess I sang because I found my voice. My voice was found. Maybe it was. I don't know how to describe it. It's a land without walls. A land where everything is fluid, where nothing is real, but it's also real at the same time. I learned that by singing, I had power.
Well, that's good. You found some power. Have you been on
It's
The
what
Voice?
The Voice. She giggles. What's that?
Well, it's a program where they have you go up and sing, and a couple of people judge you on how well you sing. And if you're really good, they pay you to make a career out of it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
She says, I thought you just sang for free.
You can. But there are some people who don't.
She just looks around and she says, I never made money doing this.
Not even tips.
I don't know how to make money.
Well, don't you worry. I'm pretty sure someone will help you find a way.
She looks at Cece. Will you show me how to make money?
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You're a child. Most people do not get jobs until they're around the age of 15 to 16, and that is when people normally start hiring. But most people will not hire someone who's still in school during that age. They require a high school diploma or a GED. And a GED is basically like if high school doesn't work out for you, you can drop and just take a test after learning a few life skills, essential life skills.
She looks at you, cocks her head to the side, and she says, well, what is school?
It's a place you go to learn the different skills of life, most of which they don't teach you.
I've never been to a place like that. It doesn't sound like fun.
It's not. Well,
What?
for the most part.
It depends on the school. There are some schools and teachers that make it a lot better. If you're more introverted, a smaller school would be a lot better for you. I went to a small school for a time until some things happened, but it was nice.
Well, I was told that people think that I'm not alive.
Do you breathe?
Well, no, I do, but they said that people think I'm what, I don't know. Maybe they said that maybe they think I'm dead? I don't know.
I don't know either. But I'll tell you this, until you get older, you will probably have to depend on someone else until you get to the age where you can have a job, because at your age there are some very unpleasant people in this world, who will try to do things, and they will not be very good things.
They will
Oh,
try and take advantage of you. For one, they might take advantage of your voice.
Lucy kind of like pushes her fingers together and then she says, well, maybe people have already done that.
Taking advantage of you or taking advantage of your voice?
People try to do mean things to me all the time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know why, but normal people, the mean ones want to come up to me. So I'm scared of a lot of people.
I understand that. I attract a lot of people too. I tend to be quite an oddity. Apparently no one has seen horns before.
Well, I mean, changelings typically see a lot of horns on satyrs, but the thing is that humans see horns as something befitting the devil.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't done him yet. And I can't quite say I know him, so I don't know why they would associate him with me.
In human religion, the devil is this evil figure that rules over hell. And he is normally depicted as very large, very brutish looking, a tail, sharp fangs, red skin, and horns.
Well, I only have one of those, so why do they associate me with him?
Because you have horns. That's one of his more prominent features.
Humans are so impressionable.
Well, what do they associate rabbits with?
Easter.
Yes.
Oh. Like, spring?
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Technically, Easter is supposed to be a time of, what is it? Jesus's rebirth, his whole, he came back in 3 days sort of thing. I don't know. It's all, if you read about it, it's supposed to be a Christian celebration, but then, like, everyone's like, oh, no, it's, pagans. And then it's just kind of like, I don't know. So.
Well, here's what I think. I think the Christians just stole the pagan holiday.
They probably did. They stole a lot of things. That's kind of what they do.
Yeah, because, I never heard about an Easter bunny in the Bible.
Someone once told me that I can summon power from spring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means. I just do it.
There's spring, summer, winter, autumn. The seasons.
Each representative of their own ideology behind them. Like,
Okay.
fall is usually associated with death and decay, while summer is usually associated with, spring is associated with renewal, sex, passion.
What is sex?
You don't need to worry about it.
Okay.
I thought autumn was more of the decay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said fall. My apologies.
Fall, autumn.
Isn't
They
that
all the same
what
thing,
we
yeah.
live though?
Kim, autumn and fall are the same thing.
Isn't it called autumn, where we live?
Yes, but it's more reflective on the current state of affairs.
Oh.
Winter is coming, so it's autumn.
Winter is scary.
No, it's summer.
I mean, depends on how you look at it. Winter is always coming, and so is summer.
But we're in summer right now. Why would it be coming if we're here?
Well, then it's leaving. I guess I should say
Huh.
next summer is coming.
I understand that was a Game of Thrones reference, but still.
Yeah, it was.
Lucy looks at you and she says, "What is Game of Thrones? I've never heard of that."
To be honest, I don't really know what it's about either. I've never watched this show or read the books. It's just that so many people post these internet jokes about it that it's kind of hard not to hear of it. It's kind of annoying in all honesty.
Show? What's that?
I look around the room and point to a TV. It plays on there. It's a set of moving pictures with a particular bent that is designed to keep people entertained.
Huh. Well, I didn't know what those boxes were. I thought they were weird.
Well, we call them television, or TV for short, or telly.
Where I grew up, it was dark and there was nothing that lit up like that.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing you came back into the light.
Lucy looks around. She says, "But it's dark in here. I don't know what you mean."
Well, there are lights in here. I point
Well,
around.
yeah.
Did you have those?
Lucy looks around. She says, "Well, yes, that's called light, but it was still dark. Dark like in here."
Do you like the dark?
No. Maybe sometimes when I want to be alone, but I don't know. Sometimes the dark is comforting.
Yeah, it is sometimes. Not always, though. Especially if you want to meet new people. Trying to find them in the dark is really hard.
Lucy kind of looks down. She says, "Well, I don't usually, maybe sometimes, but not usually want to meet new people. New people, they can be mean."
Yes, they are. I should know. I have a whole bunch of adoring fans, and some of them just don't know when to stop.
Why do you have fans?
It's how I look, how I act, how I dress, how I talk.
Huh. Then is that what I have? People said that people are interested in me. I don't know why. They said that I'm going places, but I don't know what that means. What is going places?
I turn to Cece and say, "Do you want to handle this?"
Okay, OOC Kim wasn't paying attention, but CC has eidetic memory, so what was going on?
Basically, I'm talking about why people are interested in me because I have the Rising Star merit. I was saying they said that I can't even remember the thing I just said. Basically, it was that.
That she's going places and she doesn't know what that means.
Okay, I got you. Probably because you're a child that can sing and heal. That's probably something to do with it.
Okay.
I hear some she like having people in their courts to keep them entertained at times.
I
And she'll
like
look-
making people smile. What was that?
That sounds like a puppy.
That was Chris. That was Chris.
The puppy.
No, that was Chris.
I don't know who Chris was. Or is.
That's my partner.
Oh.
That's-
Sorry.
That's the sorcerer ST.
Oh. Why was he barking?
He just got home.
So okay. Okay.
Any gap on Google Hangouts? Oh, y'all are having soon.
Hey, Chris.
Yo. But yeah, that's probably why some people are, or they have other nefarious reasons.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien. So he's going to join.
Oh, he is. Sweet.
Why is it so hot in here? Oh yeah, the AC's broken.
Oh damn, dude.
Yeah, they came and put in more fluid, but it keeps on freezing up, so.
Oh.
So what is everyone doing now in town?
Lucy just looks down and says, I'm just wanting to find a home. I just want to find where I fit. I want to be helpful. I think I could just be wanting to cause trouble. She like smirks a little bit.
Let's hope not with the trouble thing.
I give a wry smile and say, oh, I'm just hunting for the next piece of tail. And give a small little chuckle afterwards.
Lucy looks over again and she's like, what?
That's not what he means about the tails. It's a thing.
She's like, she like looks at her tail basically. She's like, why are you chasing tails? I'm confused.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor for meeting new people.
Oh.
But don't go
Well, I
around
like
and say
chasing
it.
tails. Oh.
Else people will get the wrong idea. Not a lot of people know about this metaphor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know how you can't say how you're a changeling and all that? Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Okay.
On a more serious note, I'm actually just pursuing more people to make friends with, meet new people, and I kind of just got a gut feeling I'd find it here.
Lucy smiles. She goes, well, maybe I like having everybody here. It's nice.
Especially when they're not your adoring fans.
She laughs a little bit. Yes, and no. Fans are nice and mean too, but
Yeah, they can be. They are a lot.
Lucy looks at Arthur. Arthie, are you still not gonna talk?
No.
Maybe he needs some coffee. Do you want some coffee? I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'm gonna bring you some coffee too.
Lucy looks at Cece and says, "Oh, I want to try."
No.
Oh, why not?
She's a young child and there's a lot of caffeine. It would be best not to have like a hyperactive little bloop, bloop, bloop all over the place. I mean, she can have like a sip, but like she's not getting her own cup.
I wave down a waiter
Okay.
and get a mug of coffee, and I pour just a little bit of coffee in it and fill the rest of it the way with sugar and milk, mostly milk.
Holy shit.
Well, it's only like a tablespoon of sugar. I stir it, of course. And,
My bad.
and I go ahead and pass it to the changeling, Puka.
Yay! I get a full cup.
Yeah, well, it's mostly milk, but yeah, you get a taste of coffee.
She drinks a little bit of it. It tastes okay. Tastes more like milk. There's a little bitterness. I don't know if I like that, but I like the milk part. And the sugar.
Susie's just gonna go get up and like order some coffee for herself and then a cup for Arthur. And with that, I will be right back.
So, a very tall man will enter into the bar, and when he enters, he actually basically turns sideways and ducks down to even get through the door. Even in his human appearance, he's wider and taller than the door of the bar.
That's not why I'm laughing, Chris.
Oh, why are you laughing?
Bizarre quality.
Yeah, I know, right? Especially at 7'1" and
No. You just walked in, and there's two other people in here that have bizarre quality.
Everybody's coming to the table. Everyone.
And it's obvious to the changelings that he is a troll. And, well, he looks to be in his mid-20s, so he's clearly a grump.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
And I guess he will... Really? Nah, whatever. He's clearly a grump. And I take it. See, yeah, y'all are all changeling.
Yeah.
So I guess he'll move over to where the changelings are gathered. And is this taking place at day, night, or afternoon, or afternoon?
Don't actually
Probably
know.
night. Probably night because it's a club.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, everyone.
That's not creepy.
Lucy looks at you and she's like, "Oh, hello." She's like sizing you up.
Yeah, he's 7'1" and bulky.
Like she's 4 foot. Like that's so she. There's a height difference there.
Yeah, and he is muscled. Like, seriously, muscled.
Okay.
I kind of measure you up too, but just in a different way than the Phuket is. Why, hello there. Anything we can help you with?
Oh, just checking about, seeing if there's new people I don't recognize.
I think I'm a new person.
Probably. I don't recognize any of y'all. I am Squire Cozen of House Dearnan.
Out
barony
of character, you probably know about Lucy because she has the Rising Star merit because she was found in the Dreaming.
Okay.
Lucy looks at you and she's like, "Hello. Well, you're certainly short."
Yes, definitely.
I mean, that's not the words I would use for it. But
She looks at you and she's like, "Well, my name is Lucy."
Good to meet you, Lucy.
and I'm Corey.
Good to meet you,
She
too.
giggles a little bit and says, "I call him Coco."
At least she doesn't call me Cray Cray.
Could be worse.
Could be, but it's not.
Cece will come back at this time, and she'll set a cup of coffee in front of Arthur. It's black, but she brought some sugar packets and a couple things of creamer in case. And she'll sip her coffee, and then look to the new guy and kind of wave and say, "Oh hey, new guy."
Hello. Good evening. I'm Squire Cozen of House Dearnan, the barony of Two Rivers. You are?
One who doesn't have a name as long as yours. I'm just Cece.
Simple, sweet, to the point.
Exactly. And she'll kind of she'll flutter her wings a little. They're dragonfly wings. The gossamer is rainbow, so like when they move, they kind of have different colors in them and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, good to meet you. Okay, we've got to get you caught up in the game. Okay, what's your favorite food and what's your favorite pastime?
Lucy smiles.
Favorite food? Deer jerky's pretty good. And pastime. Well, I spend most of my time, well, training. Have to get better to become a knight.
Oh. Well, that sounds like it's a lot of fun.
Indeed it is.
Yeah, it does sound like a lot of fun.
Lucy smiles a little bit and then looks over at Cece. Maybe he needs a nickname too. I say Cozy.
She'll kind of rub her hands together, thinking, yes. Cozy. So we have Arthi, Cozy, Coco, Little Miss, and me. Okay. Sounds great. Oh, I forgot to mention, Cece is itty bitty. Like, she's only like around 5 foot if she was really pushing it, because Piskies are tiny little cute things. So
So Cece and Lucy are really close to the same size. Like I'm like 4'11".
nice. But yeah, shalom. So that's really cool. You want to be a knight and whatnot. Cozy. What else to say to keep the conversation going? Okay. Well, Arthi has some big horns. You got some really big shoulders because you're just tall in general, Cozy. She'll point to Cozy. Then she'll point to Coco and say, okay, you got some big horns. Like, bigger for like a normal person. So, here's your horns. She'll point to Lucy. Just gotta say, okay. And you've got some big ears too. So.
Lucy giggles a little bit.
I'm really struggling for stories, guys. Oh, guys got to give me something to work with. Cozy, do you smile?
He'll smile, and you will see that all of his teeth in both seemings are like jagged razor sharp.
Okay, so you're like a knocker. Let's not have you smile.
Yeah, Lucy shudders a little bit, and she's like, "Ooh."
Because like, I once told a knocker a joke because he was like the craftsman or whatever for the she in this freehold that I was delivering a message to, and he cracked up a smile, and it was just like pointed teeth everywhere. I was like, okay, it's like I was not expecting that.
It happens.
Oh, I've already told you the stories about the birds and the bees, so, I mean, do we have any other stories?
Lucy just looks around. She says, "Well, I don't have a big story, so you guys go."
Maybe Cozy or Arthur have some stories.
Maybe Arthi will talk some more.
She'll kind of gently, barely poke Arthur again.
He just looks over at her.
Got any stories to tell?
He shakes his head and goes back to sipping his whiskey.
Lucy looks at him and she's like, "Man, he bought another one. He downed that last one."
Even after I got him coffee. Oh my gosh.
I guess he just doesn't want to sober up.
Well, some people, chase their demons to the bottom of a cup. So, I can't blame them. Okay. Well, Cozy, do you have any stories? I'm sure you must, doing all the training and whatnot. Anybody slip up and, accidentally, I don't know, stab a tree with a sword or something?
No. Had an accident where I forgot to pull back, and so I cleaved through a shield on accident.
Oh, did the person get hurt?
Not too bad. It was a blunted sword, so it didn't really hurt too much, so much as sent him flying.
I bet the battle master was not too happy that you broke one of his shields.
No, not really. I had to repaint everything for that. That was tedious.
Oh.
I also had to polish all the swords for that.
I mean, that's still pretty cool, though.
Yeah. Cleaving through a shield with a dull blade. That's no easy feat.
They're such flimsy things anyways. You've seen shields? They're fragile. They're mostly wood.
How else would you make a shield? Out of cold iron?
No.
Oh. Chimerical?
I mean, like, there are different kinds of shields. Like, there are hide shields. And of course, iron shields for, humans and stuff way back when. Not all of them were made out of wood. Some of them were made of wood and then, like, had, metal sheeting and whatnot. Actually, I'm not too good with shields. And then she'll trail off and look to Arthur and say, well, it's a good thing we have a smith with us right here. How are, what are shields made out of? And all of that. Other than, just wood. She'll nudge Arthur again.
I think the man's trying to sleep.
Oh yeah, does Chris have anything
He
shiny
just
on
looks
him?
at her.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, probably the shiniest thing on him is under clothing, so you'd have to rip off his clothing first.
I don't think it's gonna try that. It's mainly like little trinkets and stuff because these darn pixie flaws.
Yeah, don't be doing that in front of a kid, gosh.
No, the shiniest thing on him is, chainmail. But that's under his shirt.
Okay. Then that's not good.
Yeah, the only person likely to rip your clothes off, Chris, is me, and I'm not particularly ready or in the mood for it. I don't do that to strangers.
Oh.
Especially since you'd probably get you thrown really, really far and through a wall.
I mean, throwing is fine, just not through the wall. Pesky, pisky, piscarobics.
Lucy gets up for a little bit and she's like, "So are we gonna do something fun, or are we just gonna be party poopers?"
Define fun.
I don't know. That's just we're just sitting around and talking. It's so boring.
Well, what do you want to do? We can do a lot. We can play cards, talk politics. And I kind of get this
Oh.
big smile on my face.
Lucy looks at Cece and says, "Well, maybe Cece's idea earlier would be good. That would be fun. I want to do stuff that's fun."
I think my idea earlier was going to the mall to get an ear cuff for Arthur.
Yes.
Are we going to drag Arthur with us?
Of course we're going to
Yes.
drag Arthur with us. Like, I'll carry him around if I need to.
You'll carry Arthur. I kind of look at you pretty incredulously.
And she'll kind of flex and like it's not a lot of muscle, but I mean she's got strength 3, so it's it's a little bit more than average.
I look between you and the big burly wall of muscle and just keep looking between you two and say, right, you'll carry him.
I mean, like, okay, I can't pick up as much as he can, obviously, but I can still, pick up a good hefty weight.
Okay.
That's a lot of doubt in your voice, mister. Do I need to, like, show you?
Sure. I'm good for that.
Okay, fine. I think we need to make a new hangout because Joey's about to go.
Yeah, we could just say whenever we go outside of the bar that it ended. Like when we were trying to take him to the mall.
I mean, like, if need be, I can just throw up a new hangout if y'all want to continue.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody wants to. Chris kind of just joined in late.
Yeah.
So.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, let me make one real fast.
Doom, 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 doom.
And I guess this one can be set at, like, the mall where Arthur was just like, nah, fuck y'all bitches, I'm out.
Yeah.
But then again, we'd have to censor our words because then we can't talk about, like, changeling stuff because it would be like, we're among the humies, guys.
Yeah.
Well, about that.
All right, so thank you, players, for playing. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more.